Hey guys, welcome back. In this tutorial, we are going to try and find patterns in hourly data. More specifically, I'm going to split my intraday data for the SPY in hourly intervals, and I'm going to check and see if the SPY typically rises between a certain hour of the day. So in order to run this script, you are going to need intraday data. In this script, I'm using 1-minute intervals. So the first thing we're going to do is require some packages and load up my intraday data. After we get that in, we're going to set our parameters for the range. So I'm going to look back approximately 5 weeks or 35 days. So we're going to go ahead and subset our SPY data. Depending on the timestamps you have in your intraday data, you're going to want to subset in hourly intervals. Since I'm located in the West Coast, my timestamps start at 6:30 a.m. and end at 1 p.m. So we're going to save these into these 7 variables. I'll go ahead and run this block. We can take a look at H1. So for each trading day, we should have timestamps between 6:30 and 7 a.m. It ended at 7 a.m. and then it starts at 6:30 for the following day, and so on. So that's how I'm splitting my data. Now here back in the script, I'm going to extract the unique dates. So essentially I'm just removing the timestamps, and we're going to save that into this variable called trading days. For each of the trading days, I'm going to pass them into this function that are going to subset my hourly intervals for that specific day only, and we're going to make some calculations. So for each of these bars, I'm going to return the number of points from the open until the close, the percentage return, the number of points to the high point or the high watermark, and also the number of points to the low within that hour, and lastly what hour this data is for. Now if we go ahead and run that, we'll take a look at all. We have a total of 175 entries. Now I'm going to use this table to group by hour using this last column. So here back in our script, we'll go ahead and run this block. Now that we have these grouped by hour, I'm going to find the averages and I'll go ahead and plot these. Now let's take a look at the plot. So this is the average number of points for each hour for the past 5 weeks. For the SPY, it looks like the highest point happens at hour 4, which for me is 10 a.m. Pacific time. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the percentage gainers for each of these hours. And we're going to go ahead and print that out into the console. Now the highest percentage gain happens at hour 5. And we could take a look at H5. So if we sort by points, out of the past 25 days, we only had 5 trading days that had a negative return at this specific hour. And we can also see by using this third column that we have room to the upside. And if we sort this by lowest to greatest, 12 cents was the lowest observation from open to high at this specific hour. It seems that at least half of these observations do provide us some range of at least 1 point. So you can analyze this data in depth and even change the hourly intervals if you wish to do so. I would keep using a look back period of a couple of weeks since the markets are constantly changing. Well guys, this concludes the video. I hope this was useful information. I'll go ahead and provide a link to my Patreon where you can find the script. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.